In this video, I'm going to go over a couple more examples that should be a little bit more complex than what we did in the last video. So I'm going to start off with question 1. Now, what you want to do in these is try to identify all of the stuff you have going on, okay? So I see multiplication. So that lets me come back to my notes and see that it's just going to be all product of powers in this particular question. Okay. So what I do here is I find my bases, or I find my numbers, and you can just multiply your numbers. So 2 times 4 times 4 is 32. Then we just add our exponents. So we have 2 over 1 plus 3 over 2 plus negative 2 over 1. We need a common denominator of 2. So multiply both of these by 2. That's already 2. That becomes 4 over 2 plus 3 over 2 plus negative 4 over 2. That equals positive 4, negative 4 cancel. I'm left with 3 over 2. All right, and then you just put everything together. So we'll have 32, our variable was m, raised to the 3/2 power. Now, some teachers might make us do a whole bunch of problems. Again, if I can simplify things, I like to simplify things. So we want to type, right, we're simplifying here. So again, when you're simplifying expressions, you just go to y equals, and then type what you see. 2m squared times 4m raised to the, I have division, so I immediately type or hit the division button. And it's 3 over 2, arrow, arrow to the right, times 4 m to the negative 2. And again, I don't care what the graph looks like. I'm going to do a new y equals. And I have 32 m raised to, I see division, 3 over 2. And I know I've done this right because my graphs overlap. Okay. Going to do one more because, as you can see, sometimes we will have things that have multiple variables, such as number 5 and number 6, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. And test makers make these problems to mess us up. Now, very simply, I'm going to just write an answer down because I'll probably wind up getting it wrong. It's not that it's tough, it's just a lot of work, and the more work you do, the more apt you are to make a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to write what I think is the right answer just by very quickly looking at it. 1/4 x 2/3 y to the 7/4. Now, this is probably going to be the most important part of the video because we've already done graphs overlap for one variable problems. Now, for two variable problems, I need us to pick a random two variables that's not x and y. Again, pick two variables that's not x and y. So, what I mean by this, I'm going to say y equals and I'm going to make a little note up here. I'm going to say let x equal a, and then let y equal b for this equation right here, not for my y equals. Now, I'm probably getting confusing, but just hang tight. So anywhere I have an x, I'm really going to write an a. And anywhere I have a y, I'm really going to write a b for what my answer was. And I also need to come back up here. And anywhere I have a y, I'm going to change it to a b when I put it in Desmos. And anywhere I have an x, I'm really going to put it as an a. Okay. So I go y equals. I have division, so I type division first. 3. Now I have a y, but it's really a b, and it's raised to the 1/4. All divided by 4. A. Whoops. Raised to the negative 2/3. Y again, so I'm really going to type b. Raised to division 3, then divide by 2. Arrow to the right. I have a 3. Times 3. And then y, so really b. Division 1/2. Now you're going to notice it says add slider. Click all just for the time being. Okay. Then you would type your answer choice in the second line. So move it up to the second line. And again, I'm dividing, so y equals division 1 x raised to the 2/3, so just a raised to the division 2/3. All that divided by 4. Y, so really b, raised to the 7/4. And you notice these sliders are just going to be values for a variable. Okay, so when a is 1 and b is 1, so I'm going to make this note here. Whoops. So let the point AB be 1, 1. That gives me 0.25 and 0.25. Now, just like with quadratics, I need 3 points, random values that are positive. So I'm going to let B be 4. I'm going to let A be 9. And I see they both give me 0.095. Now, because you use 3 points, you're going to check it all 3 times. Let's let B be 3. Let's let A be 2. And I get 0.058 and 0.058. Now, because 0.25 is equal to 0.25, we're good. 0.095, 0.095 was equal to each other, good. 0.058, 0.058, good. If these 3 points check out, now the values for each point essentially that we plug in here may be different, but as long as what you're given, which was the left piece, and your answer choice and the right piece give you equivalent evaluations, then you have the right answer. If it's off by just a little bit, then the answer is wrong. Okay, so to highlight that, when you have multiple variables, if you're given x, y, just use AB. If you're given x, y, z, use ABC. Okay, and always choose 3 random points, 3 random values that are positive for each variable.